Imagine a peaceful weekend morning in the sun-drenched suburbs of Ohio, or across the endless lush green carpets of grass that stretch across Georgia. You step off your porch, take a deep breath of the crisp, fresh air, and let your bare feet brush lightly over ground still damp from last night's rain. The cool, soft sensation of grass underfoot makes you feel fully connected to nature, a sense of calm every person living in the United States craves after a stressful week of work. Right beneath your feet, half hidden behind blooming rose bushes or the rows of organic leafy greens you have tended to yourself, small, fragile creatures writhe silently in the cracks of the soil. We call them earthworms, nature's engineers, the creatures every American child has at least once curiously held in their palm during a school biology lesson or used as bait for a weekend fishing trip with their father. For decades, we have been taught that earthworms are harmless, even the saviors of home gardening enthusiasts. They burrow to aerate the soil and produce the most valuable natural fertilizer on the planet. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why does your hands break out in strange red rashes or develop a persistent, lingering itch after an afternoon of gardening barehanded? Why does your beloved dog suddenly lose its appetite, grow lethargic, and drop weight rapidly after a few sessions of playing in the backyard? The truth is, behind their moist skin and slow, unassuming appearance lies a massive storehouse of deadly pathogens. Today, we will not talk about the predatory animals of Yellowstone National Park or the grizzly bears of Alaska. I will flip the script on the farmer's most trusted friend to unpack a horrifying secret the earth has hidden for far too long. This is a story of nature's betrayal, where these toothless, boneless creatures can deliver invisible medical death sentences to humans. Are you certain the organic vegetable patch you cherish is completely safe? Or are you unwittingly inviting the most brutal of invaders into your own body? To understand why earthworms can become a threat, we must delve into the hidden world where they live. Earthworms lack the ability to attack or tear humans apart like wild animals, but their bodies operate like giant biological vacuum cleaners. They eat soil, ingest organic mulch, and accidentally absorb all the filth hiding in the ground. In the United States, lush front lawns are often home to wild animals like squirrels, raccoons, and skunks, and most importantly, they are where your family pets relieve themselves every day. When their waste decomposes, it does not disappear completely but seeps deep into the soil, turning the area into an extremely dense storage facility for parasite eggs and bacteria. As earthworms move through these contaminated soil layers, they swallow bacterial spores into their guts and carry millions of pathogens clinging to the slimy coating around their bodies. The most direct threat is Toxocara, a roundworm that typically parasitizes dogs and cats. The eggs of this parasite are incredibly resilient. They can survive in dry or freezing soil for years. While burrowing, earthworms will accidentally push these tiny eggs to the surface. When you touch an earthworm, or simply let your hand come into contact with the slimy mud they just left behind, these eggs will stick to your skin like a biological adhesive. And in just a split second of carelessness, during a completely normal habit like wiping sweat from your forehead, picking up a sandwich, or touching your lips, the devastating journey begins. Once these larvae invade the digestive system, they do not stay still. They burrow through blood vessel walls, starting a terrifying wander through the liver, lungs, and their most frightening final destination, the retina of the eye. In the United States, the medical community has recorded many cases of children suffering permanent blindness or central nervous system damage from accidental contact with these seemingly harmless creatures in their own backyard. Not stopping there, the United States is currently facing a new invasion called Asian jumping worms. From gardens in New York all the way to Wisconsin, these worms are furiously devastating the soil ecosystem. They are more aggressive, move faster, and crucially, they carry a parasite called rat lungworm, Angiostrongylus. If you accidentally eat a lettuce leaf that has not been thoroughly washed from a garden where these worms are present, the risk of acute meningitis is very high. The sensation of pain like thousands of needles piercing your brain, muscle spasms that leave you gasping for breath. This is the steep price for being complacent about the world beneath the soil. Furthermore, earthworms also act as intermediaries, bringing tetanus bacteria to the surface. These bacterial spores lie deep within the soil, but thanks to the worm's movement, they get closer to humans. A small scratch from a garden rake, a tiny cut from a rose thorn, if accidentally coming into contact with the mucus of an earthworm carrying tetanus spores, can turn a leisurely weekend afternoon into a prolonged medical tragedy in the intensive care unit. Hey everyone, I'm sharing these spooky truths not to make you fear nature or give up gardening, a core part of the American way of life. Nature is still wonderful in its own way, and earthworms still play a critical role in sustaining life on our planet. However, knowledge and vigilance are our strongest shields to live life fully and safely. We don't need to eliminate these worms, we just need to learn to coexist with them through proper preparation. The first and most essential lesson for any American stepping into their garden: never forget your protective gloves. Think of gloves as your second layer of armor, completely separating you from parasite eggs and bacteria hiding in the slime-coating earthworms. Teach your children that even though earthworms look fun, we should only observe them from a distance and never handle them with bare hands. Second, establish strict hygiene practices after every outing or gardening session. Washing your hands with antibacterial soap under running water for at least 20 seconds is the golden rule. Use a small brush to clean dirt from under your fingernails. This is the favorite hiding spot for parasite eggs, invisible to the naked eye. For families with dogs and cats, regular deworming is not just about protecting your pets, it's also protecting the soil in your backyard from being contaminated with pathogens. Finally, for those who love growing their own clean food, remember that organic vegetables are only truly healthy when prepared properly. Wash produce under strong running water multiple times and soak them in diluted salt water to fully eliminate any bacteria or slime earthworms may have left on the leaves overnight. The world underground is far larger and more mysterious than we ever imagined. Don't let earthworms' small, slow appearance fool your protective instincts. Cherish life and care for your garden with knowledge and mindfulness. If you found this video valuable for the community, share it with neighbors and friends so we can all protect our homes together. Thank you for joining me until the very end of this journey. Wishing you and your family good health, safety, and happiness in your own green spaces. If you enjoyed a helpful, engaging video, share it with loved ones so they can also stay protected too. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep us motivated to make more great, informative content.